Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. And here's Rodrigo. Oh, it's come loose. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, the player Nuno Mendes is someone who's really impressed me as being a two-way player. Very confident, consistent, and always willing to take people on and get himself into those good crossing positions, and he can deliver too.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Salah. It's a threatening ball. Real chance! Goal! Galatasaray! And Galatasaray have the lead. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Galatasaray gain their reward with an early goal. It's gone for a throw-in. And it's Lukaku. Tchouaméni. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Lukaku! Oh, belter! About as smooth as it gets. That is remarkable, all square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way and he just slips the other.
Vitória restore parity.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Kimmich. And here's Evan Nielsen. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Kimmich.
Galatasaray definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Very nearly half an hour gone here. Rodrigo. This is De Jong, and it's Salah. And Kalulu. Kalulu proves just a little bit too strong. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now, can he find a finish? He's got away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Picked out brilliantly. Kalulu. And it's Hakimi. Chance here to counter. Salah. De Jong. And it's lofted through here. Can he latch on to this? That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. In he goes again. Goal! Galatasaray! And again they hit the front. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Mohamed Salah.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Danilo. That's going wide left. Shot could be on. Takes a shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really?
And the referee has blown for half-time. So engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So right back into the action.
Vitoria really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Has a look and plays it forward. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Danny Vivian. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Nunez shapes to shoot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Vitoria with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And the shot! And that's a good finish. It's level again. What a match we have!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, something tells me there'll be a few more twists and turns before it's all over, Peter.
Van de Ven. Quality ball. Over to the right flank. Vitoria have got it back and they'll have another go. Kimmich. Well, they could break here. And here's Rodrigo. Now there's a fine ball. And there's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. De Jong. And here's Mohamed Salah. Oh, that's nice. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. De Jong. Can he spark a counter here? No, that's been intercepted.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Look at the space here. And he was alert to it. And it's Lukaku. And here's the chance to counter. Now it's Evan Nielsen. De Jong, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that has been cut short. De Jong.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And here's Rafa Silva. That has been slung wide. Ball in towards the middle. And that's the keeper's ball.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Nuno Mendes. And here's Nunez. Chance for a shot! Lukaku! Superb! A finish right from the top drawer. They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Substitution for Galatasaray, number 11.
So the manager can make a change
Rodrigo.
for the first time in the game
Number
here.
20,
Victoria
Ivan
leading now.
Number 17.
I just think this has been a lesson in
Mohamed
character,
Salah.
togetherness and composure.
Number
I think most
21.
teams would have crumbled by now,
Frenkie de
but this
Jong.
refusal to give up is
Coming on
brilliant.
the field.
And that's a good ball. And a chance! And he hits the net! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
How very smart. He just got it right.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago,
Substitution
already
for
he has scored.
Galatasaray.
I think the manager's
Number
claiming an
10.
assist here.
Hadrian. Coming on to replace
Galatasaray
him is
dragged themselves
number
back again.
22,
Well,
Ruslan
there's
Garcia.
resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can...
And the shot! Victoria, goal! And they get themselves in front! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Victoria with the lead.
You have to credit the desire we've just seen here, Peter. The desire to stick to your task and keep on chipping away. Some might have backed off, but not this lot. This is very impressive. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Pinches it off him.
Victoria really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Now it's Balogun. Well, the movement is slick, the
Added
speed
minute
is
has been
slippery.
indicated.
The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, that's well spotted. De Arrascaeta, deep into stoppage time. This is a promising build-up. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Goes down, but nothing given. Vitoria are looking to break at pace. And that will be the final act. Vitoria have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Lukaku voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
On the road outside the
Terrific recovery, a really fine win that, Jim Beglin.
Well, what we've seen is a team that refuses to accept the game might have just got away from them. They stayed true to their style and turned this right on its head. This is a tremendous win.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Hello,
A clear
and
night,
welcome
all
to
the
today's
ingredients
match.
for a showcase game
Galatasaray
that the passionate crowd
against
demands.
Vitoria.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Things already rolling. Ah, that's a fine interception. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Bellanova. So he's going for goal! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Fabian Ruiz. Lukaku is firing after that one. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Now it's Darwin. Aimed beyond the defence.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
And this is Mohamed Salah. Van der Ven deals with that comfortably. Well, there's the clearance. Could move up a gear here. Laporte cuts out the pass. So it is still 0-0.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Eva Nielsen has a look and plays it forward. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now it's Rafa Silva. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Mohamed Salah. And it's Hakimi. Kalulu. Now Dani Vivian. Oh, they could be caught out here. Nunez! Victoria! Goal! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Vitoria are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Vitoria have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Rafa Silva. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Kimmich. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Now here's the delivery. Ah, he's given it a chance! And he's stuck it away. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. How very smart. He just got it right.
It's shocking, the ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
He's having a shot! But he's left disappointed.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Substitution for Galatasaray.
So time for change,
17,
and this one has been on the
Mohamed
cards for a little while.
Coming on the field is number 13, Kulusevski.
De Jong. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Oh, this looks sharp. And they win it back again. Belanova. And here's Lukaku. Kimmich. De Jong.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
De Jong. Oh, this is a very good run. Great chance! And that's a sharp finish. Half-time rapidly approaching. That could be a big one. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Just one in it now.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for
2
grabs.
minutes has been indicated.
Rodrigo! Oh, that was no routine save.
Rodrigo really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
This possibly the last play of the half. Getting up there! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. And the referee has blown for half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
As it is about to be towed away.
Victoria are leading, but it is still delicately poised. It's 2-1. And we are back on the way.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Evan Nielsen really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now it's Lukaku, and that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Kulusevski. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Darwin, who's looking wide. Nuno Mendes. Rafa Silva crosses it in here. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. And now the breakaway. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Victoria needed that, they really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store. Oh, good ball!
Big chance! Searching passes played there. Good ball over the top. That's really well cleared. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Tchouaméni. And it's Ruiz. He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Kulusevski.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Hakimi. It's Kimmich. Danny Vivian. Kalulu venturing down the left. Now, can they get him away? Rodrigo! Lovely feet. Good ball, good take. Rafa Silva.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And it's Silva, looking for a runner. He's on it, can he? And the shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Substitution
Final
for
checks on the touchline. A change
Number
about to
11,
occur.
Rodrigo. Number 20, Evan Nielsen. Number 21,
Hakimi.
Frenkie de Jong. Number
Laporte.
10, Pedri.
Danny
Coming on the
Vivian.
field, number 4, Berenguer. Number 23.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Josiane de Arrascaeta.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour.
18, Rafael Leão.
Kimmich, nicely aimed pass. That has been slung wide. shoots! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
Substitutions taking place.
The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they?
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Picked out brilliantly. Rafael Leao! It's a goal! Galatasaray are back in business. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Substitution in progress.
So we have further activity on the bench here. Ferran Torres coming on here. They need a difference maker.
Yeah, this will make things interesting. He's definitely one of those players who can deliver in a situation like this.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
Oh, that's fabulous. Crossed into the middle. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Vitoria will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Berenguer is onto this. Danilo did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Great ball and he chance! Oh, that could be pivotal! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? So smooth, a signature finish.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Galatasaray found the way, forcibly. Now they must hold out.
Well, these last few moments are going to be pretty frantic, I would think, as the opposition try tooth and nail to get back into this. We're never done till it's completely done.
And the referee brings it to a close. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see.
Please be
Well,
made
how will
aware
we look
that
back on that?
smoking is
Well,
only
Peter, this
permitted
was
in
probably
designated
more
areas within
slugfest
these
than
grounds.
a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.